the synagogue of Satan, Tone. The dwelling place of the devil. They are the sons of Satan. The synagogue of Satan. Satan is their father. And they took your identity and masquerade around the earth as you.
Bring it on.
And oppress you. And if anybody that look like you stand up for his people and say, we the real Jews, Kanye West.
Right.
He said, we're not anti-Semitic. We are Jew too. But we ain't Jew too. We are the Jews. Fifi, what you got?
I do believe that we've definitely been oppressed, but do you guys think that, when it comes to the Jewish people and they've been scattered in different places as well, it could have been misread as well?
You said the Jewish people were scattered, could have been misread?
You know how we're saying that we're the Israelites, right? And you know how people believe that the real chosen ones are the people from Israel and the Israel nation right now over there.
Right.
Do you guys believe that maybe there's also a different interpretation to where maybe it could have been wrong? Like, how do you guys know specifically that this tribe right here, adds up to absolutely every single nation here?
Let's get it. So when you examine that sign, if you look on the bottom, this is the bulk of the Israelites, but it's a remnant. You see Isaiah 11:11? It says scattered throughout Africa and abroad. So that means all over the world, there's Israelites. Then you see James 1:1, to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. So we understand those are not all the Israelites. That's just the bulk of the Israelites according to the prophecy. But how do we know this chart is accurate? Deuteronomy chapter 28.
Bring it on.
Because what we're about to do with Deuteronomy 28, the Israelis, they can't do this. Because they don't even believe in the Bible. What's the text the Israelis lean on? No, they don't lean on Torah. They lean on Talmud. You know about the Talmud? That's the book they say that you can rape little kids and all that different stuff. That's the Talmud. That's the book the Israelis believe in. Because the term Israeli, what does it mean? Because you never see the Israelites being called the Israelis in the Bible. Israeli means inhabitants of the land. Not the ancient people of the book, but the people that live in the land. So by name, they know that they're not the people of the book.
Right.
But that's just the facade they want to give out to our people. So we'll accept their doctrine that we the Gentiles, we the Goyim, and God need to bless us. But the whole time, Paul said the mysteries of this Bible are for the 12 tribes of Israel.
Right.
So read that, Deuteronomy 28:15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses.
So curses, Fifi, Tone, curses, are they good or bad? Because God said if his chosen people, those saints we read about in Ephesians, if they didn't listen to him, all these bad things will happen to them. Curses. Have y'all ever heard that so-called blacks and Hispanics are under generational curses? Because not knowing where you came from, that's a generational curse. Not knowing your true language is a generational curse. Not knowing your culture, that's a generational curse. Because black people always talking about the culture, but what is our culture? What is black culture in America? Twerking? Selling drugs? What's our culture? Help me out, Tom. You grew up in the communities. What's the black man's culture? Or what's the Hispanic man's culture? We don't got one. You want to know why we don't have a culture? Because it was taken away from us. Because the Bible is supposed to be our culture.
That's right.
And is Jewish culture for all people? Is Chinese culture for all people? Is Japanese culture for all people? It's not. But when it comes to our culture, they want us to share our culture with everybody. Even the fake culture they gave us in America. The rap culture, we got to open it up to everybody. The R&B culture, we got to open it up to everybody. Blues, we got to open it up to everybody. The way we walk, the way we talk, the way we dress, we got to accept everybody into everything we do. But when you step up to the Jewish platform, they closing the door. You can't be in here. You're not Jewish. We step up in the Chinese culture. We don't want blacks here. We don't want black people here. Y'all not welcome here. They say that stuff to us. But when it comes to the things that God gave to us, we got to share it with everybody. Why is it like that? That's oppression. We ain't got nothing to call our own. But God is telling us the greatest culture, the greatest heritage ever is only for us.
That's right.
And we got to accept that. That's what God laid down for our people. Now, how can we be sure that these things belong to us and not anybody else? Jump to verse 45.
Verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee.
So he said the curse is going to come over us as a people. They're going to pursue us. They're going to overtake us. Read.
Till thou be destroyed.
To win.
Till thou be destroyed.
Are we not destroyed as a people? Would you agree, Tom? What about you, Fifi? Are we destroyed as a people? When you think about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, that's a destroyed people that need saving. So it just if you take that phrase and look at the job of Christ, he is the Savior, right? What you say, Fifi? Let me know. What's up, Fifi? Talk to me.
I know there's a prophecy that says that, the chosen people, the Israelites, will get back to their nation. Do you think that prophecy was fulfilled in 1948 when the Jewish people made it back to their land?
Absolutely not. Hold that Isaiah chapter 2. I'm going to show you something about prophecy. Prophecy got to line up with the scripture, right? So in 1948, when the League of Nations put the white man in that land, was the Bible prophecy fulfilled of Israel being put in the land? Let's see. We're going to read Isaiah chapter 2, start at verse 3. Yes, Isaiah chapter 2. Let's read the prophecy of Israel in the Bible being put in the land. What would be the stipulations? What would be going on when Israel will be put back in the land? 2 and 3. Read that.
Isaiah chapter 2, verse 3. And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the Lord, of the God of Jacob. And he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law.
So out of Zion, which is Israel, he said, is going to go forth the law. The Israelis, are they putting forth the laws in the earth today? The laws of God? No, they are not. So that's one of the stipulations that was supposed to happen when the Israelites got put back in the land, that all nations would go to Israel and seek the laws of God. Read.
For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares.
He said the other nations, he would judge the other nations and he would rebuke them. And they would beat their swords in the plowshares. A sword, what is it for? What do you do with a sword? You cut. You go to war, right? So he said they would beat their swords into plowshares. Are they not at war right now in the land of Israel? But right here, he's telling you they would not war because they would take their swords and make them instruments of servitude, that they will become servants. Read that again.
And he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation.
So he said, Fifi, you asked about the prophecy. So he said nation shall not war against other nations anymore. But the Palestinians and the Israelis at war right now as we speak. 2 days ago, the Israelis dropped bombs on the Palestinians. So that means this prophecy has not been fulfilled. So when the League of Nations put them in the land, that does not line up with with this Bible prophecy. But it does line up with another Bible prophecy. Revelation chapter 2, verse 9.
Bring it up.
Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. So it seems like the people over there in the land been lying to you. Hey, watch this. I understand, Fifi. Yeah, okay. But watch this. So now, what prophecy do the people in that land right now fulfill? The people that stole your heritage. The people that stole your culture. They walking around calling themselves the Israelites, the prince of the power with God. And that's who you supposed to be. And they got you walking around calling yourself African American. What is African American? I want you to think about that while we read this verse. So y'all can give me an accurate answer what African American is. Read that.
Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation.
God said he know how hard y'all work. He know the tribulations and trials that you went through as a nation of people. Read.
And poverty.
And he know we impoverished as a people. Because when you come downtown Dallas and walk up and down the streets, you see a whole lot of homeless blacks and Hispanics. Because we are impoverished as a people through oppression. But when you look at the grand scheme of America, we built this place. Our ancestors, blood, sweat, and tears, they work bone on bone to build these high rises. But they don't reap any benefits of it. God said he understand and know all of that. Read.
And poverty, but thou art rich.
But God said we rich. Why? Because the blessings in this Bible only belong to the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel.
Right.
That's that richness that he's talking about. Read.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
God said he know the blasphemy. Tone, you know what blasphemy is? God said he know the blasphemy of them who say they are Jews. What's a blasphemy? Huh? A lie. Against who? Against God. So he said he know the blasphemy of them that say they are the Jews. Read.
And are not.
They are not the Jews. But who are they? But who are they?
But are the synagogue of Satan.
He said they the synagogue of Satan, Tone. The dwelling place of the devil. They are the sons of Satan. The synagogue of Satan. Satan is their father. And they took your identity and masquerade around the earth as you.
Bring it on.
And oppress you. And if anybody that look like you stand up for his people and say, we the real Jews, Kanye West.
Right.
He said, we not anti-Semitic. We are Jew too. But we ain't Jew too. We are the Jews.
That's right.
Ain't no two to it. Because there's nothing outside of us. God ordained us as the Jews. Kyrie Irving. He posted a video link. Hebrews to Negroes. Nike said, you dropped from your contract, nigga. But the whole time, a so-called Jewish person got it posted on Amazon making money off of it.
Bring it on.
And they ain't say nothing to him. That's hypocrisy.
Right.
Who else? Nick Cannon. They had the rabbi come on his show, sit down to the podcast. He had to go to sensitivity training. All because he was on his podcast, on his platform. Don't America got freedom of speech?
Bring it on.
So Nick Cannon couldn't freely out of his mouth say that we the Jews?
Bring it on.
No. Why he couldn't say that? Because that goes against the systematic oppression called America. That's why they call us African American.
Right.
That's why they taught us white man. That's what it's all about. At the end of the day, the reason we are oppressed, the reason that we on the bottom of society is because we don't keep God's commandments. And in Christianity, they don't teach you to keep the commandments of God. I know, I grew up in a Baptist church. I never learned the commandments of God. I learned some stories out the Bible, but I ain't learned God's commandments. Because even if they told you some stuff that was God's commandments, it always came with an asterisk, with a but. Wait till you get married to have sex. But if you're gonna have sex, here goes some condoms. That's what they do in Christianity. So to a young horny kid, you handing me a condom is, hey, that means I can have sex.
Right.
But the job of a man in the nation of Israel, we gotta distinctly, clearly teach our people God's laws.
Right.
We can't. There's no gray area with God.
Right.
It's either you on God's side or you not on God's side.
Right.
That's what it is.
Bring it on.
Because Christ said in the New Testament in Revelation, if you lukewarm, if you straddle the fence, I'm gonna kill you.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.